So, what's up everyone? Frank Valkyria. Good morning. It's a beautiful sunny cold day here in Amsterdam and I forgot I had it actually. I was going through this courtesy of my good friend Ale. They gave it to me as a present to enlarge the collection of movies that I like, t-shirt or hoodies. Let's go straight into a nice reaction that today we're going to go a little bit more rock. Matter of fact, quite rock. Matter of fact, very hard rock. Matter of fact, metal. Matter of fact, we're gonna go Metallica. And this is a show I've never seen. And some of you asked me to check it out because apparently it seems to be really a gigantic deal. So here we go. Let's watch it together. And I'm also happy you liked the Mercedes Sosa reaction yesterday. So let's go watch this Metallica Creeping Death live Moscow. Well, I already wanna give a little bit of context to this before this YouTube does the weird thing. This is just a few years after the Berlin Wall and the end of the Cold War, finished, was put down. So this is probably the very first concert they played in a Russia where people were looking at westernized world, so to speak, for the first time. So this is pretty interesting, I have to say. Let's go. Let's check this out. What was that? What the hell is this? What on earth is this? It's like a tower there for the sound, another tower there for the sound, another. What is it? It's like a country. What's going on there? There's people as far as I can see. They have to put towers. It almost looks like Lord of the Ring here, where they're attacking Minas Tirith, and with those moving towers to go on top of the walls. What on earth's going on there? Oh my God. This is a gazillion people. Wow. Unbelievable. Oh my God, I feel like the shock. Are you shocked? Oh man, the early Metallica, they were good, man. They were so freaking good. Unbelievable. They look so young. The energy is just spectacular. And I think also them, probably they feel, for the first time they're playing in front of an audience that it's been freed from that iron curtain, which nothing sift in, only legal stuff perhaps. So people had absolutely no idea what was going on outside. I think the only remaining country where probably this is true, it's North Korea. I don't know the level of illegality, because nowadays I imagine it's a little bit easier to smuggle an SD card with movies on, whatever, into the country, North Korea. At the time was way harder, transport, I don't know, VHS, whatever, to smuggle things in, which I'm sure there is always a level of that, but I don't think how well spread it is. So most likely there's still like the majority of the country which they don't really have an idea what's going on outside. And this was very much the case here and back in the 80s and 70s. got to be like a million people or something like that, or close to it for sure. No way, like. I mean, if you take just the very front, it's probably already like for like 50,000 people, what you usually have like in gigantic concerts. You know, when a festival is successful, there's like 50,000 people. It's like, wow, 50,000 people. It's freaking amazing. But here seems like 50,000 people repeated like, I don't know, 20 times everywhere. It's just crazy. It looks CGI. It doesn't even look real. Wow. I guess. I mean, James Hetfield, it's not exactly like a stunning singer, but what he has, you know, with this growl and these high notes that he managed to shout, it's just so fitting for this type of music that you just cannot imagine anything else singing this type of music. So I've always been a great lover of the first two albums of Metallica, up to also Master of Puppets. And of course, you know, I know also the Black Album, which is, you know, the classical songs, more commercial, probably one of the most produced album ever made. I even watched the documentary on the behind the scene of how they made that, you know, that album, and Bob Rock, which has a big influence in making that as a producer. But the first couple of albums are really raw. I love the energy. I love the speed trash vibe. It's just so many great songs, you know, like Ride Lightning and that kind of stuff. I love it. Up to Master of Puppets, that sound is just great. And that's why I think also in the later albums, which they released now recently, they've gone a little bit back to that kind of origin in terms of sound, which is great. I think Metallica is probably one of the most successful, if not the most successful metal band ever. They've sold in excess of 70 million albums worldwide, which is just, by now probably, last time I checked it was 70 million. By now probably, I don't know, maybe 100. Man, that people are loving you, man. Wow. I mean, I don't understand, like, there are not even screens. There are people so far out on both sides that literally I don't think you see the stage anymore. You're so far out that you're like, oh, there's a stage down there. I hear the heckers. I hear the people. It's just incredible. I mean, people probably, they were so excited to be part of this that they came from everywhere. Oh, I love this part. American flags.
We know we got some singing people, so repeat it with me. Die! Die! Die!
Look at the youth. I do actually have to feel that, you know, for the youth, I really feel excited because, you know, for as much as, I don't want to go on a political note, but for as much as, you know, there are certainly things wrong with the United States and our modern society, you know, And we could argue, like people can argue on one side of the argument, American imperialism and blah 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 blah, and on the other side, like people like, we free the world, blah 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 blah. Personally, as I've been around for 43 years and following a little bit of politics, geopolitical stuff is quite complex. But I can tell you this, I certainly believe that the States has to work on a lot of shit, but I prefer to live in a world where more or less the leader of this globe are, influenced by the United States rather than being a country like Iran, for instance, being in control of everything else, or like, the Nazis in the 45. Can you imagine if they won, in what kind of world we will live in today? Or if communism took over everywhere. So people tend to forget that. And of course, the society we live in and the influences of the mega powers are not the best we can have, and it's not the best way we can go about. But one thing is for sure, it's way better than a lot of alternatives out there. And so in that respect, I think that's why people here, they're so jubilant, because they literally got freed by a type of mentality which underpinned them, that pushed them down, repressed them, didn't allow for personal expression. And here you have the rejoicing of youth for the first time being able just to be themselves, jump around, just without the fear of being, condemned, or being like, look at how many soldiers also there are here, like checking things out, without being judged or, condemned. In that way, it's beautiful. Oh, wow. That guy was a good bass player. So sad. Oh, they kicked him out. I don't know what happened exactly. I love this part. Wow. That's unbelievable. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Wow, that's freaking amazing. I really have to find out more about this show. It's just beyond. I mean, probably this is one of the shows that has the most audience ever, and correct me if I'm wrong. There must be others, I don't know, but to me that seemed like a gazillion people. I don't even know how they managed to organize that, or if they weren't ready and those people just showed up. Wow, what an impressive show! And of course, I know the song. I grew up with this. You know, in the 90s, this was my bread and butter, basically. You know, Metallica, Sepultura, grunge. I went to sleep with this type of music, low volume, but you know, in my headphones, low volume, just listening to this type of albums, just made me sleep. So I know them really well. I've never seen though this show. I've never seen this live performance, and I have to say, I've seen Metallica once live, like in 2000, probably 2001 or two. And yeah, well, they were great. Actually, I have to say, they play really good live. And this also performance early on when, I don't know, probably the Black Album just came out or was about to go out. So, yeah, right, because Creeping Dead is from which album? I think it's the second album or Master of Puppets. I always forget. Anyway, nice Metallica. If you like this reaction, you know what to do. Leave a comment. Click the notification bell if you want, and a like is always good for the algorithm to go up. So do that. It's for free and it's easy, and my imaginary battler will be always grateful. Huh? Always grateful. I see you later. Go check stuff here, there, where, scared of red.